empty. This is actually my content bathroom. So I'm actually shooting from my second bathroom, which if you watch my story, I told you guys that I was gonna do one bathroom for personal use and then one bathroom for content, obviously. And today I'm getting ready for my first LA event, and I want to chat with you guys. I have all my makeup laid out right here. We gotta talk because a lot of people were surprised about me choosing California, and I feel like I didn't give y'all a lot of context as to why I chose California and just the whole reasoning behind why I chose California. So we're gonna get into that today, and we're just gonna talk. I also asked you guys to ask me some questions about anything. Okay, yeah. So I asked you guys to ask me questions, and you guys sent me questions just like about life, whatever you want to talk about. So I'm gonna answer a little bit of those, but first we gotta chit chat about why I chose California. My bathroom again empty, so don't even mind that. And there's just so much, you guys. It's officially been 1 week. By the way, if I keep looking like behind, it's because the mirror is right here and y'all are right here in front of it. You know what I forgot to do? You know what? Let me come back. I'm gonna come back after I put my lashes and do my eyebrows, and I'll be right back, okay? Let's get into it. I have my moisturizer and my primer on, and we gotta talk about California and just like clear up the fact that people think that I moved to New York first and then I moved to California, which is not the case, you guys. Let me explain to you guys a little bit why I chose California, not even why I chose California, how I ended up in California in the first place. So I've been wanting to leave college since, I've been wanting to leave Florida since college. Since I was in college, I always knew I wanted to leave Florida. But I gave Florida another year. Now, ¿qué pasa? When I was deciding on whether I wanted to leave Florida or not, I was like, where do I want to move? So a fun fact is that I was actually raised in the Bay Area from the age of 5 to 12. So California is not new to me. I lived in California for 8 years of my life, some of the best 8 years of my life. We had a really good life in California growing up. My mom had a great job. Now, when I was thinking about where I wanted to move, I knew that I wanted to move to California. Why did I not end up going with California first? Why did I show y'all in the moving series New York primero? And that's what confused you guys. Now, the reason why I ended up doing my moving series and I was like, I'm moving to New York, was because New York was actually my plan B. So when I had showed you guys the moving series, I had decided I'm gonna go with plan B. The reason why I decided that I was gonna go with plan B was because, and this was the only thing stopping me from moving to California, which is why I had to revisit it and I ended up here. The only thing that was stopping me from moving to California was the fact that it's super far from Colombia. Now you guys are like, okay girl, what does Colombia have to do with this? I actually plan on traveling back and forth to Colombia a lot more this year and next year. And eventually I will tell you guys why. I want to keep that a secret, but like next month I'm actually going to Colombia. Then I was like, what about New York? New York also has a lot of opportunities for what I do as a creator. All of my family's there, so I wouldn't be alone. I was like, okay, I don't think New York is bad. So, ay Dios mío, mírame a mí. Lo puse un poquito aquí. So, boom, I go to New York. I realize I'm gonna end up in a shoebox. I look so crazy right now. Let's blend this all out. I go to New York. I realize I'm gonna end up in a shoebox. The prices are ridiculous. The market in New York is not an easy place to live in. I think I also had to experience that for myself. And I was like, okay. Also, you guys, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, my mom texted me, Mira. Where was I? Oh, okay. I end up realizing New York is just not gonna work out. So I'm like, I think I should revisit plan A. Plan A was California. I really sat down with myself and thought about it. California, the only thing that was holding me back from California was the fact that I was gonna be far from Colombia. I hope this is mixing well. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna have to make it work because I know that it was time to leave Florida, you guys. When I say that I know, it's not just something that I felt, it was something that I prayed over, and I really felt like God was telling me, it's time for you to leave Florida. Like, it's time for you to leave. I want you to grow. And I just know that I wasn't gonna grow in Florida. Like, Florida was my comfort zone. You don't grow in your comfort zone. So I started revisiting plan A. The reason why you guys were surprised was because I didn't announce that I revisited my plan A. I actually in the moving series should have explained that California was my plan A and then New York was plan B, and then I ended up showing you guys plan B. But I was like, you guys, not you guys, okay, I'm not gonna say you guys, but so many people had negative things to say about New York that once I set my mind on California, I was like, you know what, I don't want to share that I'm moving to California until I do it. The reason why I don't want to share it until I do it was because I just didn't want people's unsolicited opinions with that choice. Because I experienced that with New York, and I didn't really like that people were giving their opinion. Like, granted, my job is to share parts of my life. Like, I'm a beauty creator, I do hair care, so I really get to choose whether I want to show you guys other parts of my life. But there's no way that I wasn't going to include you guys in this when I had already introduced the moving series. Like, for me, when I start something, I want to finish it. So even though people were telling me, oh, you shouldn't move to New York, people were even DMing me. I mentioned this in my other video, and they were just like giving me all these negative, I feel like they were projecting like their own negative opinions about New York onto me. So I was like, you know what, with California, you already know the say, sometimes don't announce it until it's done. With California, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna tell my followers once it's done. That's what I did. I started apartment hunting after you guys saw my failed experience of looking for apartments in New York. That's when I had that sit down with me and started looking for apartments in California. Now let me tell y'all, finding this apartment took me a minute. Like, it was not something that happened overnight, and I really got lucky with this apartment because I really don't pay that much more than what I paid in Florida in this new apartment, and it has more square footage and it has an extra room. This is a 2-2. So I got really lucky with this apartment. And that's how California ended up happening, you guys. Like, a lot of people were shocked, like the amount of comments that I got and the amount of comments that I keep getting about, wait, I thought you were in New York, or wait, I thought that you left New York to go to California? I never found an apartment in New York. When you guys saw me go to New York and not find anything, I didn't find anything. Like, a lot of people will come to California with these dreams of like, I want to become an actor, I want to be famous, I want to do this, I want to do that. But for me, it was more of a personal growth choice. That's really what I wanted to do. And you guys, let me tell y'all, California is expensive, and I'm super grateful that I'm in a position financially. And that's another thing. I was like, if there has been any other time for me to make this move, what is this on my thing? If there has been any greater time for me to make this move, it's now. I'm so blessed to be able to make a move of that caliber. Is it caliber? I mean, don't mind me, I'm trying to do the fancy words. I'm so lucky that I get to do a move that's that big and it doesn't financially hurt me. California is not cheap. I mean, you will have a better quality of life in California than you would in New York, but it's not cheap, and that's what I will tell you. I think the only thing that I really miss from Florida is my mom. And I will tell you guys this, anyone who maybe has also experienced this, moving or whatever, you will know who your real friends are when you leave. You will know who your real friends are when you leave. I got to find out who was really supportive of me and who wasn't. And it's so funny because it's always the people that you least expect to show up for you the most. And it's really funny, but I love that you open your eyes when really big things happen in your life like this. The day that I moved, one of my friends did something that really was very questionable, because I was like, why would you do something like this on the exact day that I'm moving? And I'm not really going to go into detail, but yeah, like I got to find out who was really in my corner and who was really supportive of me. And I feel like with any big thing in your life, people are always going to show their real hearts. So that's how I feel about my move to California. Right now I'm happy. And how many minutes are we in this video? We're in 18 minutes. Okay. So one of the questions is advice you would give for a beginner for YouTube. So I'm just going to answer that really quickly, that I'm still a beginner in YouTube and I feel like I haven't mastered it. Like, I know for a fact that I could be a lot more consistent, but I would say from what I see my favorite creators do is that consistency is key. That would be my main response to that. Be consistent, and yeah, that would be my response to that. So someone said, how did you master editing your videos? How did you master editing them? I don't know if this bronzer, look, it is a little bit. I think that it took trial and error, but also as you continue to practice, you get better. That is what I would say. The more you practice, the better you get at it. Because I feel like my editing style has completely changed. Like, it's not the same way it was when I first started creating content. Be consistent in making sure that you're editing your videos, because the more you do it, the more you're gonna start to pick up on new things, the more you're gonna start to realize, like, maybe I shouldn't do it like this, I should do it like that. I just feel like practice makes perfect, and that's the way that I've been able to master that. Okay, someone said, hi, I want to be that girl, but I don't have any motivation. If you don't mind, can you help me please? Being that girl, she said that girl, but I don't have any motivation. Being that girl is a mindset. Being that girl is a mindset. It's not something that you get from the person that you got, the designer outfits that you have, the nice car you drive. It's literally a mindset. So I feel like once you get in the mindset of like, this is what I bring to the table. Like, God uniquely made me in his image, right? Like, really hone in on like, this is what I bring to the table. I know that nobody can do it like me, because one thing about it, ain't nobody like you. That's when you start to be like, I'm really that girl. Now, I think that being that girl has to do with confidence, obviously. And confidence is something that I personally, and I know a lot of girls can agree to what I'm about to say, it's something that takes time. Like, it's not something that you're really born with, unless at a young age your mom really spoke that into you. I grew up in a household where my mom was tough love. So you don't really, it was tough love. It was like, this is how you're gonna get through in this world. And a lot of immigrant parents, they're in like survival mode, you know what I mean? So they don't really have the time to be like, you're beautiful, you're that girl, da 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 da. So I feel like it was something that took time for me, but it's not something that takes forever. It's something that you just have to, every single day, the way that you speak to yourself, the way that you take care of yourself, what are you putting in your body? Are you going to the gym? Are you making sure that you look good for you? A lot of times us girls feel like we have to be cute for someone else, be cute for you. It's all about that. Like, once you really start taking care of yourself, what you put in your body, your mindset, if you're someone who maybe feels like you're working through traumas, look into therapy. I know that's something that I want to start looking into, therapy. You become that girl. It's all in your daily habits, I guess I should say, right? It's all in your daily habits, and it's all about how you treat you, okay? Treat you good so that others can treat you good. Because you know that saying that people will treat you only as good as you let them, or only as bad as you let them. You've heard that one? Being that girl requires you to be in that mindset of knowing that you're not going to tolerate BS, and that you know who you are. That's who being that girl is, right? Do we ever fully know who we are? Not really. But if we work towards trying to figure that out, who's to say that you can't figure it out? Who's to say? So, someone said, what are your biggest aspirations for the future? I feel like I've been a big believer, and I've always been an advocate for this. Don't announce your goals until they happen. I have a lot of aspirations, you guys, like a lot, and I think that that's what keeps me so driven. But I will say this, to answer that question, to not leave that person hanging with that question, I have so many goals, and the reason why I'm such a driven person, because that is a question that I've been asked before, is like, well, how are you so driven, or how are you so motivated? I've been asked that a lot. Is because I know that I want to make a better future for the people who will come after me, aka my kids' kids and their kids' kids and all that. My biggest goal with everything that I do, y'all, is to break generational curses. Like, I feel like growing up, I stressed out about things that a kid shouldn't worry about. You shouldn't worry about whether you're gonna have to go to college. You shouldn't have to start working at the age of 14. Even though I know my kids are gonna be good, I'm still gonna make, oh, that vent finally turned off. Y'all can hear me better. I'm gonna still make sure that my kids are hardworking and know that they have to work for everything that they have. But I just don't want my children to stress out about the things that I feel like should be basic, just basic things at hand that I didn't have growing up. Like, I started working at the age of 14. Ever since I was in college, from freshman year to senior year, I always held 2 jobs, you guys. Like, I was a college student who was hustling. I remember one year, it was sophomore year of college, I worked fast food in the morning, and then I worked a janitor position at night. Like, I like to say I come from humble beginnings. Like, I I grew up in a single parent household, and I grew up knowing the importance of independence and getting your own, and just knowing that my mom realistically couldn't afford everything that we wanted for us. So I just took it into my own hands and started working. But that really is what my whole mantra is breaking generational curses and making sure that my children are good so that they don't have to worry about stuff like going to college, right? I hope that answers that question, because that, I feel like that really is like more important than what my goals are. The why. What is the why behind why you even have these goals? Someone said, are you going to see Barbie? I actually still haven't seen Barbie, so I have to go see it. Someone said, can we get a peek of what will be in your boxes from May? Anticipation is killing me. I do need to start doing more giveaways. I'm actually really glad that someone asked me that, because I really need to start doing more giveaways. And you guys, fun fact, I actually haven't gotten any of my boxes from Florida. Okay, someone said, do you have any siblings? Yes, I have 3 siblings. I have 1 half brother, 1 half sister, and then 1 sister who's from both mom and dad. She lives in Texas. My other sister, who's from my dad's side, lives in Italy. And then my brother from my dad's side, who's the oldest, he lives in Orlando. And I'm actually the middle child. So it's my brother. And then it's me, who's 23. And then it's my 2 other sisters, who are both the same age. They're both 22. My dad was a little messy. That's all I'm gonna say. He was a Dominican man, okay? He was a Dominican man. But yeah, I do have siblings, and I feel like we're all really on the right track. Like my brother, he built his own home. He has 2 children, my niece and my nephew. He has a fiance. Then my sister, who lives in Italy, she lives with her little sister and her mom, and they have a really nice life in Italy. And then my sister, who lives in Texas, she has a boyfriend and a dog, so she practically also has her own family. Everyone has a significant other but me. I'm the only sibling that's single. Literally, because even my little sister in Italy, she has a boyfriend. Okay, someone said, will you be filming an empties video? Would you guys want that? Let me know in the comment section if you guys would want that, because I always feel like that type of content, I don't know, I've always felt like that type of content isn't as interesting. So my camera died, and I completely forgot what I was talking about. But I also forgot to mention the fact that these past 2 weeks before I even moved to California, there was so much going on. Like, I went to Rolling Loud. I want to include some of the clips that I took. I didn't take too much footage, but let me include some of the clips so y'all can see my looks from Rolling Loud. I'm going to Rolling Loud with About Face. If you guys don't know who they are, this is Hosley's brand. Look, all of these colors I get to play with. I'm not a professional, but I love that these are great for beginners. It's day 2. This is what I'm wearing. I'm gonna insert a clip of the day 2 look. I'm so sorry. I really did not get that much footage yesterday at Rolling Loud. Like, doing it on my phone, I forget, you know, I forget for YouTube. But anyways, super excited for day 2. I'm gonna get a lot more footage. Saw my girl Ice Spice yesterday. And I don't sleep enough without you, and I can't eat enough without you. If you don't speak, cause that we went through. Don't like sneaky shit that you do. Really got there like maybe like 40 minutes before her performance, which was perfect because she was the one that I went to go see yesterday. We did some activations. We literally just roamed around the whole stadium a little bit, the VIP section, to kind of get a feel of what to expect for day 2 and day 3. But I'm gonna do a better job of catching content today. Today's performers are City Girls. We got Glorilla. We got Bryson Tiller. We got Bryson Tiller today. We got a lot of good ones today. And then, you guys, literally a couple days after Rolling Loud, Ulta Beauty flew me out to LA, which is where I got the keys to me apartment. Literally, when I was here, I took advantage of that trip and just, you know, came to see the apartment in person. But yeah, I'm done. I want to switch up my hair a little bit, but this is the final makeup look. Okay, I'm ready. I wish I could jump and like show you guys the whole thing, but this bracelet is not cute. It's Forever 21, and I thought it was a cute find. But anyways, you guys, I'm late to this event, and if you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. More vlogs, more footage is coming your way, because I feel like I'm going to be doing a lot more now. So we have a lot more footage. We have a lot more things to actually capture versus when I was in Florida, I was always home. So I'm gonna head out. I'm late, but I love you guys, and subscribe, girl. Subscribe so you won't miss any video.